next is, and this is a dream of mine, Dave, and this kind of encompasses everything about my financial knowledge, my wants, desires, my dream, and it's to own a Tesla. Tesla, yes.
Tesla.
And Elon Musk and Tesla, they've been around for at least 12 years. I think 2004 is when they first formed Tesla Incorporated.
Sounds right. I don't know though.
Didn't start making real headlines until like 2008, 2009. I believe they became a publicly traded company in the stock market in 2012, I want to say. And then last year really started to finally take off.
It was founded in 03, so you were close.
I was close. Okay, I was eyeballing it right there. But Dave, you think about 15 years ago, we were kids basically. We were pretty young, or we were high school, college, maybe. I can't remember. We were 15 years ago, but back then, electric vehicles were kind of a pipe dream. They were kind of this like, oh, we'll never be electric, because it's too expensive. It's the range is not great. How you're gonna charge it, go driving across the country. It was just that we were too focused on gas vehicles. Electric vehicles never gonna be a thing.
Nope.
And then Elon, kind of came into the picture, and he brought the Tesla Roadster out. The starting price of $110,000.
Jeez.
Back in I believe 2008. Obviously you can afford that, right? I mean, yeah.
I cannot afford that.
Yeah. But
to my knowledge.
But they were. But then you had the big automakers. GM, Ford saying this guy's gonna fail. He's not a car guy. He's from California. He's a technology guy.
Right.
He's not gonna make a car.
Right.
And so people were doubting him for so many years. And even GM, Ford, and Nissan came out with their electric vehicle prototypes, whatever. And but the range of those things were putrid. Like Chevy Bolt was like a 30-mile range.
Really?
And then it went to gas.
Right. And
then Nissan Leaf was not much better. But I would say starting in 2015, you started hearing about Tesla a little more. The Model S kind of came out, and they started coming out with a little better range. Like I forget exactly, but it was probably around 200 miles.
Okay.
It's still an $80,000 car.
Right. That's a fair nice car.
I mean, it's starting to come down tremendously. And then starting in 2018, the Model 3, and I think that's when people really started to see the potential, because now he gets a vehicle. Now he has a vehicle under $40,000 with a 250-mile range, all electric.
All electric,
no gas.
Yeah.
And not only that, at the same time as these vehicles are being produced and cheaper, he's actually secretly building a charging network. So, traditionally you'd only see it in California, the West Coast, but even here in Connecticut now, you can actually go on to Tesla's website and you can actually find a map of anywhere you can charge an electric vehicle. These are Tesla superchargers.
Absolutely.
And
in theory, shouldn't you be able to?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was the big hurdle. It wasn't so much the electric vehicle was the issue. It was, you got to charge these things.
Yep.
And
you can't do that conventional gas stations.
And so unless you're charging at home, where else are you going to charge it? So you really couldn't take it that far. But you couple the electric car development with the supercharging network, and now Tesla has kind of cornered the market. Not only because of that, the battery is always the limiting factor in these electric vehicles.
Right.
With that range.
Yep. But they've obviously drastically improved it.
And what people seem to fail to understand is that Elon Musk has figured out a way to bring this battery with, I believe, a million mile lifetime. Crazy, right? And
million miles
without failing. Well, and you could have defects, but the idea is that it could last a million miles.
That's insane.
A longer range, like 300-mile range, and then more cheaper to build. So in the next coming years, right now the Model 3 is going for about $37,000, $38,000. Before incentives, stuff like that.
It's actually not horrible.
It's not bad, and you don't have to pay for gas.
Right.
And it's also a lot cheaper to maintain. No oil changes. Obviously tires. But none of these fluids or anything like that. Everything is all motor.
Right.
So in a couple of years, I expect this vehicle to be under $30,000.
For all the models.
For Model 3, you can get the
Model 3.
high end stuff probably still in the 40s, 50s. There's a Model Y that's coming out too with the SUV style. That would probably still be in the 40s.
He's onto something, man.
They're
onto something.
He's got some, and the fact that and what tells me we're there now is because now you have all these startups kind of coming out, trying to compete against it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even a question of if, now it's a matter of when.
When.
And
Yep,
to me,
you're 100% right.
He's so far ahead of the game. And you watch the news about Teslas. First of all, they're actually the safest vehicle out there. They were actually one of the first vehicles to get a 5-star rating across the board for every safety category.
Really?
By North America.
Great.
So they're a safe vehicle, they're a fast vehicle, they're a powerful vehicle, no gas, and pretty soon I expect under $30,000. That is my dream right there. That is like
You almost just sold me.
that is yeah. So it's obviously not a $15,000 car. I don't know if it'll be that cheap, but when you factor in the lifetime costs that come into a vehicle, and you basically put that all towards a front end cost of buying a Tesla 3, and you're telling me no more gas, no more oil changes, a lot less maintenance. Obviously you got to pay for electricity to power the vehicle.
Right.
There's a little bit of that, but it's still the electric costs are definitely much cheaper than gas.
Do you know how long? Do you know how long you said it was supposed to last, the battery on the charge?
Right now it's about 250, but I think you can get a 300-mile range. It's gonna get a lot. That's the thing too, Dave. You wait another year or two, it's gonna be more than that.
Wow.
It's gonna be at least 300.
That's great, man.
I know. I mean,
Pretty
obviously with gas tanks, you can go about maybe 400 or 500 miles depending on the car you have.
That's great.
I expect these Teslas will replicate that pretty easily and cost be comparable.
Yeah.
But Dave, you and I have both test driven a Tesla. I don't know if you've been in the driver's seat, but you've maybe been in a Tesla.
Yeah, I've been in one. I have not driven one.
But the power on those things. I mean, 0 to 60 in 2.6, I believe. I mean,
2.6.
I believe it's 2.6. Yeah, it's a powerful, fast vehicle, and so anybody says that electric is puny in terms of horsepower, yeah, get in one of these things because they're fantastic. But yeah, that's my take on Tesla. I'm a big pro Tesla guy, and I expect in the next 5 years we're going to be seeing a ton. I already am seeing a ton of Teslas out on the road.
I've been seeing them, man.
I mean they're here. They're here, and
they're here to stay.
And even some of these competitors, I'm like, I don't know. There's something about Tesla. Just the name, the brand, the reputation, the build of it. Yeah, get a Tesla.